Today I'll be showing you how to paint a hill giant by Reaper Bone. This is one of the only Reaper Bone figures that come on a sprue, and Reaper Bone uses this weird plasticky rubber, so get some super glue, and he doesn't come with a base for no good reason, so I put him on a 60mm base, which he hangs over a little, so might need to go for 70 to 80. Also got him holding on to a piece of the sprue, and I put a real rock on his base that I got out of the garden. And using some green stuff, I forced his head to look up a little more. After priming gray, I paint his club with Thundia Brown by Citadel, and I base coat all of his skin with Mornfang Brown. Then I painted his hair black. He has some nice sideburns. Then I painted some of the cloth area with Castellan green, and then the others with Mephiston red. Paint the rocks with Ash Gray by Army Painter. And then his teeth and bones and nails with Buff by Vallejo. And then on the top and the bottom, we see the inner of the tree club, so I painted that Xandri Dust. I painted his base with Flat Earth and Castellan Green to give dirt and some grass areas. I painted Burnt Umber on his nipples, and then painted everything I painted so far with Strong Tone. His little wolf tabard I painted with Natural Gray by Vallejo, and then colored it with Contrast Basilicana Gray. I also used it to shade his hair. Hammered Copper by Vallejo is only used on this tiny little pin that's keeping the cloth on his club. I also remembered that he has these little ropes and paint them with Desert Yellow by Army Painter and shade them with Strong Tone. This is the point where I add on some grass tufts. And also paint the wolf head natural gray again, and later hit it with dark tone to show that they're basically the same effect. And when that was out, I also hit the hammered copper with the dark tone and the stones on top of the strong tone I already put on them. And then to make his toenails even grosser, I put some military shade on them, as well as the Castellan green areas. And here you also notice that I put on some Citadel skulls on his little rope things that he just kind of has dangling from his belt. And after varnishing, here he is. He's not the tallest giant in the world, but he is still pretty big. And here's an example of how my painting has improved. But what do you guys think? You like how this giant turned out? Do you not? Do you own this figure? Do you think he's too small for being a giant? Let me know in the comments below.